Okay,
fun.
so since you never got a live game before, I just want to clarify, like, do what you do. I stay mostly quiet. Like, you can ask me things and stuff,
That's what I
but
prefer.
yeah, just do whatever you do, and then we'll do a big review. I've had some people with their first VOD review, like, always wait for me to backseat them. I'm like, bro, I can't.
Nah, I might just because we're on stream and we have viewers, I might like vocalize my thought process if you want. Just because
Yeah,
I'm
that's
used to
fine.
doing that. But
And you could ask questions or whatever. We can talk about builds and stuff. But I'll bring
yeah,
things up, but not while, like, you're in a fight. Like, we're gonna have to be careful of the blitz roams this game.
yep, yeah. I'm just thinking.
Ice Q.
I should have checked to see where you started.
It's fine. He does weird things. So knowing the side he started doesn't help.
W W W. I know you want to.
Nice.
Think I stood too close.
I think it's why she W'd, and I think it's worth it.
Yeah. I could have taken less damage though. I knew that this was gonna happen. Hopefully you started bot. I think nothing is happening, so I can let this come to me. I'm kind of worried about how far up these guys are.
They're playing
This
K-Locks. It's normal.
Yeah. This is what one of the things I learned from when
You
we
have
did
to
our
trim
last
this
session.
Trim.
Yeah, is trim it, and that I can't try and I should have waited a second on the cannon. It's okay.
Yeah, like there are so many casters built up. You have to find a way to attack those, or this will crash in on your head.
Yeah, I'll just do this.
And your whole team is pushed up, so you want to be pushed
Yeah.
up too.
I see. Yeah, crashing wave 2 made that difficult. I should have thought about that.
No, you just can queue the wave.
True.
Yeah, see now LeBlanc gets prio, which is a little bit awkward.
Yeah, I could have been there.
Yep. And some we'll look at it in the review.
Yeah.
It's better to be overactive than under passive.
Yeah.
Like, so don't be afraid to keep prio if you don't know what's happening.
Makes sense. I don't know if that ward does anything now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, ward's pretty troll, but I like the idea of the ward.
I think I should have got it a little bit deeper to see if when he showed back up on his grump, maybe.
No, I like it in the river. It helps for blitz as well.
Just put it closer to my side, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can we?
He doesn't want it. We don't want it.
Yeah. Just gonna stay off vision for a second.
Well, push. You know he's on dragon.
Okay.
So if you can create prio, and your team wants to collapse on him and kill him, I'm big down. Nice.
No talent. I don't want to go here. I don't have my W anymore. That's fine.
Yeah, she's about dead. Though on this next wave, apply a ton of pressure.
Yeah. Wish I hit those cannons because I could.
Okay, we'll get this one, and we'll have our item. Now, don't do anything crazy.
No, I gotta wait for my E to do
Don't
anything.
flash ult. Yeah, I know you're
Yeah.
thinking about it.
No, I'm not flashing. She wants to walk into my ult range, I'll let her.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh, there's E.
And she's just in a really bad spot right now, so we're just gonna keep doing this. Like she is in so much pain.
Yeah, E's right here
Keep
somewhere.
it up, keep it up, keep it up.
Yeah, I have ult.
Just be ready to E up and away from Yi.
Mm-hmm.
If you pull him here, great, because he loses dragon.
Oh, that was close. There he is.
Yep, fantastic. And you just run up towards
If
Talon.
she tries to get me.
Whoa. All right. All right, I like it. Well played.
Yeah, he can't kill me.
That's beautiful. Now recall fast. That is fantastic. Very well played. That patience pays off. Chat just said I would have flash ulted and died by now. Chat, this is the patience you need. I would buy Dark Soul here. Yeah, okay. A JS buy.
Oh, I missed the E, lol.
Oh, it's okay. Sorry, I was getting too excited.
I might should have picked up Red Trinket, but it's too late now.
You haven't roamed at all. No, it's...
I haven't roamed at all, but my ult on cooldown, so I don't really think I need it on this back.
I like Yellow Trinket still.
Yeah, I figured the LeBlanc would get out of line when she saw her Yi coming.
Mm-hmm.
What's he wanting to do? Okay, cool. I don't really want him to gank me. He's top side while bot's pushed up. No, I don't. Dude, I can't. I don't have ult. I wonder if I can get up to him with my ult. I don't know if he'll
Keep
stay
it
that
on
long.
Talon. You want to go with Talon.
Yeah.
You lose dragon if you show top.
Yeah. And he's gonna be gone by the time I get there. He's not gonna stay with the timing that Aatrox is
Keep
getting
pushing.
me.
She's under a lot of threat.
You
I
don't
love the
think I
ward
can
right
get
where
a-
you're clicking. It is a great ward.
Like there?
Yeah. My favorite ward.
I was thinking about getting it in their jungle, but I didn't give myself enough time.
Yeah. It's okay, but then you leave yourself vulnerable to blitz.
Yeah, that's true. They're so pushed up though. Oh no, he could still go around.
Yeah, blitz has no reason to sit there under tower too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I need to stay on this.
I'm not sure how much that happens in this rank, but it will pick up. If the
Oh
enemy,
yeah, for sure.
enemy
Yeah,
support plays
the
Pike and blitz.
blitzes will definitely go for it.
Yeah.
Not all of the other supports will, but
Okay, so now we're gonna play top side. We're gonna get Herald, maybe even dive Yone is
Yeah.
okay.
yeah, I have ulti.
I'm thinking about crashing this and then
They're gonna live, yeah.
we don't care. Doesn't actually change what we do, so we don't care about even looking bottom.
I'm just gonna try and go for a sneaky angle here. Right. I can just ult and not do anything.
Nice. Very
It's a
well
big
played.
cooldown to spend, but it's
Sprint back
guaranteed.
mid. Sprint back mid. No reason to
What's up?
steal. Sprint back mid.
Okay. Yeah, they're just gonna get dragon. He
Yeah.
wants this.
And you can start it. He'll hop over the wall.
Yeah. I have a little bit of time.
No.
I
Go
gotta
back mid. Don't lose minions. Best thing you can do is push. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
See, we should have been here for this wave to push.
Yeah,
But now
yeah.
you can't. Now you can't. Now
Yeah.
you have to fight the Yi. You have to fight the
Yeah.
Yi.
This is where I wish I wouldn't have spent ult.
No, the ult was fine.
Aatrox is coming. There you go, got him. Come on, man. I'm back in this. Yone's got me. Dang, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, on that one we were just really slow.
Yeah.
Like you stayed top to steal a plate, and then that stops you from getting
Yeah, I
cryo,
could've
and then
just-
we weren't following the Yi. So we were always just kind of like, we were just late. We'd be very snappy with the roams. I had this saying,
Yeah.
more roams, short roams.
I wasn't thinking about Rift. I was thinking I was just going to recall there, which was a mistake.
Yeah, you can't recall. I mean, it's not a cannon wave.
Mm,
Any
is
other
this?
phrase?
I mean, if I'm,
I like the item. I think
you
Everfrost
think
is
so?
yeah, such a good spike, and you're so far ahead of the curve right now.
Yeah,
Now
yeah,
you
yeah,
just keep it snowballing with the item spike.
yeah. I like strong siding this Aatrox. I feel like the Aatrox is gonna have a hard time fighting the Yi, but he bodies everybody else. They're still wanting to do this. I just gotta walk there. I have ult again though. Don't like sacking the wave, but it's not like LeBlanc can outscale me.
Yeah, what wave? Like she's not taking anything.
Must. She went over the wall. Where'd she go?
She just
There's
walked.
no way she had. Did she have a portal placed somewhere?
No, she just walked. I
Thought
think she
saw her
just
dash.
walked down.
There she is. Oh well. I needed to hit my Everfrost to get her. I reacted a little slow to her
But
going
that's
down.
not bad at all. Like she's gonna lose the whole wave. She might still die.
Yeah, she's gonna lose a lot.
And then we can grab a plate.
Yeah, because they don't really need to help them. They're doing good. Yeah, sweet. I can just get this in recall to match the LeBlanc.
Yes, sir. And you're on good tempo with your jungle. Life is good.
Yep. Do you sell for boots here?
You can sell ring. Yeah, that's not bad.
No, I want this.
Yeah, this is a lot better. Now we're starting to move a little bit.
Mmm. Got a little greedy.
Okay, so Talon's playing bot side. So we don't care at all about what's happening top anymore.
Yeah,
Now we're all about, can we bot dive?
I think so. I have my ult if I can get down there.
Yeah, so if we can crash this wave, that's what I'm thinking about.
You think push the next one?
Yep, you have to.
Okay. Alan, come with me. Oh,
Okay, we can just turn around. Oh. Alright, your wave's back mid.
yeah. Something's happening though. I'm just.
More roam, short roam. Let's go push wave first.
Well. Oh wait, what? Where did he come from?
That's
That was bad.
really yucky.
Yeah,
Sitting in the river like that is really bad.
I can just only get caught.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really bad.
It's my fault. That Yi surprised me.
Just be disciplined on like you can look there, but if it doesn't look really good, just turn right around. Push another wave
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, I hesitated, and I hesitated on the scuttle no less.
Well, and
So they
waiting.
could see me.
Yeah, waiting is not bad. Like you should stop and think, is it good? But if you decide no, just leave.
That stinks.
That's a little bit awkward, but we're in a just fine spot still.
Yeah. I think unless I really, really troll, I'm gonna stay ahead of this LeBlanc, and my champion's easier to play. Alright. Yeah. Just scanning the zone for him. Oh, he already has the pink word. Are we going bot or are we going mid?
We're gonna stay mid until they take it from us. Nice.
This her? Yeah, no, I didn't think so, but I want to, just in case.
Yeah, that's fine.
I have no ult, boys. Oh, I'm about to get Finna blitzed. Oh. Oh, he's some.
Ooh. Nice. Nice. Well played.
Do I have time to shove this?
Yep.
Oops.
You're
Okay.
fine. You're fine.
Yeah.
And you still have time to shove.
Yeah.
I call it the 10-second rule. You want to line up your back. Well, okay.
Yeah, I've got a few seconds. Oh, Talon doesn't want this. Okay. Oh, he does want this. I do have ult. He's getting baited.
You could have stretched
Okay,
that
now
CC out a lot longer, but I love the idea.
Yeah, I panicked a little on the W.
Yeah. Good stuff, though. All right. We are strong right now. Still ahead of the curve, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, that NLR is huge. She's not back yet. She could be here.
You just call it NLR? I'm not sure I've ever heard that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Where do I?
Just call it an NL rod. Or BF sword.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. You want this rift? Man, they are getting away with murder down there.
That's okay. Push mid.
Yeah. You're right. My bad. That was bad scanner. As soon as I pressed it, I was like, I'm not scanning anything.
No, it's fine to know that that's not warded. Because now you know, like, Talon can walk on it.
I was too slow.
Yeah, if we would have pushed earlier, it would have been better, but that's
it.
okay, yeah. Nice.
I can't take it. Oh, the rift's hitting me. Oh, that's a bad flash. That's unfortunate. If I shove mid, I can just be there for the whole thing.
Yeah, it's a little bit awkward, but he died really fast.
Yeah, man, my timing. It's my timing.
Yeah, and this is something I'm going to talk about in the review as well, but when we're talking about burst mage players, I've noticed there's a very clear correlation.
Tower, brother.
Oh,
bro.
No.
Okay.
That's your tower gold. You can catch a soft wave.
Dude. Ooh. Should I just...
No, play bottom side. Play bottom side.
No. Yeah, I can't deal with him.
You could have maybe like caught that wave and then sprinted bottom. If you want to like really min max it.
Yeah.
That's probably what like a challenger player would do.
Down here. Yeah. I'll just catch it. It would be better for him to have the TP for this if it goes wrong. That would have been better.
Yep.
Do I shove mid? Yeah.
Yep. Always.
It's not a super strong shove, but it'll get the job done. Oh, hello. He's up there, so he's gonna run straight through this. Aatrox can collapse. We just need Talon to come. There he is. Oh, I didn't need to ult.
Well played. We'll take it. Look at your boy Aatrox.
That was greedy Everfrost. I could have gotten more done that fight. If I didn't ulti, I should have just trusted that the Lux would.
No, that's not too bad.
Cute.
Nuking their jungle is not a bad thing at all.
Yeah, especially with that freaking Q. I just didn't want to take any chances.
Yep. I like what you're doing. Yeah. That was really pretty.
Come on back, buddy. Where is he? What the heck? There he is. What?
Oh my goodness, he's a genius.
He's got timing.
He's a genius.
Oh no.
Holy.
Wait, she's staying? Can we?
Yeah, no way.
I have ult again.
Yeah.
Is this
You clean
greedy?
up here.
Oh, hello. Get me out of here. I don't like that. Oh, guys.
I mean, if you get one reset, like everybody dies.
Yeah. LeBlanc is just
And
trying
I would ping Baron. Now you don't have to force it if your team doesn't do it, but I would put the idea in their head.
to do what?
Baron.
What you guys think? How we feeling, boys?
They don't care at all.
Do we want to Baron?
Oh, they have
That's good too.
Holy schmoly. What a game.
That's a fun one.
Yeah, that was
I
really
learned a
cool.
lot.
That was really enlightening hearing you talk as well. I think
Could you elaborate on that? What do you mean?
yeah. So here, I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna pull this open, and there were a couple things that surprised me.
Okay.
Let me pull this open.
Yeah, I gotta just get my responses cleaner because I feel like a lot of times I recognize what happened like 5-10 seconds later, but that's not fast enough.
Yeah. I've noticed whenever there's a burst mage player, and this happens a lot, we have like so many Ari players in the academy. There's this really clear correlation.
Okay, I got promoted. Sorry.
Oh, nice. To gold?
Yeah.
Yeah, grats. Awesome. The thing.
My bad. You said Ari players, burst mage players.
Yes, Ari players. I can tell how good a new academy Ari player is based on how many waves they're able to crash and how often they walk into the river. And relative to how short their roams are. So it's really weird. The better a burst mage player is, they will roam way more often, but they'll like actually go to less lanes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird. It's so weird.
Are you? By the way, are you? Oh, okay. I see. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing. I'm here now.
Okay, sweet. So I have a mantra for that. It's more roams, short roams. So I want you to leave mid lane more often, like walk into the river, maybe walk into this bush or the pixel, but like commit to things way less often. And when you do commit to things, commit and then leave fast. Like you get the kill and you sprint back, get your minions. Yeah. A lot of people like to like get the skill and then they just like steal. Like you're gonna steal a plate and then you're gonna like steal half the minions and steal all the XP. It's like, oh my goodness. When you're losing all these minions mid.
That situation was cool because when you pointed that out and I autoed the plate, I was like thinking after that happened, I was like, man, now that I just like identified that emotion and like of like what just happened of like, okay, I stayed to get the plate because I was like, oh, I'm going to get this and I didn't have a plan for what I was going to do after the dive. I was like thinking to myself, I was like, man, I can think of so many times that I've done this and I've been confused what went wrong and I've never been able to figure it out. I was like, I just like, like it triggered something where I was like, this feels so familiar.
Yeah.
And this is exactly what's been happening. Because I'm like, the first step was just being there and getting the dive, right? Because I wasn't even doing that 30 games ago.
Right.
But now I'm like, okay, now what's the next step?
And the next thing is come back mid, get our minions, and let's get it again. You know what I mean? And we gotta.
I think I would get a plate and recall and be like, oh, I got my chapter. But then it's like my tempo.
And then you lose 3 waves, and then you're down gold. It's like, yeah,
I took the plate from my top laner.
Right. So this plate is worth half.
Yeah. And I lost XP. Plate don't give no XP.
Yeah, right. So we just end up being behind off of overstaying quite a lot.
Makes so much sense.
So yeah, that's a big one. More roams, short roams. That's one that I liked a lot. Let's see. Another big thing that stood out to me is oftentimes where your camera was at and the things you were talking about, to me, seemed completely disconnected from what was happening. So let me go to a good example.
Yeah, where I'm just like looking top when like
I think this is a good example.
Nothing happening.
Yeah, I think you're looking bottom here and you're like, wow, my bot lane's really pushed up. And it's like, if this is the mini map, you basically shouldn't even see the bot side. Like the only thing you care about on the bot side is if Yi shows up. And then you dive this for sure.
Yeah.
It's the only thing you care about. Like otherwise you don't really give a fuck what's happening here.
Yeah, it's like freaking ADHD. Like I'm just getting curious. So like, oh shiny, like what's like?
Yeah. And then we kind of keep moving our camera to like the wrong side. And then what happens is, since we're so worried about our bot lane, we're like, oh man, they're in danger. Well, now we don't have priority for what we needed to have priority for.
Yeah,
it's top play.
Yep.
Because we're worried about like, oh, my bot lane's too pushed up.
Yeah, you're so right. Because yeah, I got distracted, and I mean my Q and W are off cooldown there. Like I could be thinning.
Yeah. So whenever that happens, it's just a thing of like focusing on the wrong thing. So what's the thing you need to focus on?
Where Talon's going.
Yeah, exactly.
He's going
Especially if
up.
you're playing a burst mage, like 90% of your like minimap awareness should be looking at your own jungler.
He's going up, and odds are Yi is go. If Yi is going down, then I want to go up. If Yi is going up, then I want to go up. Like, because it's like we're either gonna dive Yone or we're gonna fight the Yi. Like,
I love that thought process.
so there's just like no, like even if Yi, like you're saying, this is what you're saying is like, yeah, even if Yi goes bot because my bot's pushed up, it's like what the heck am I gonna do? Like we're gonna go dive Yone.
You
It's
can't
like,
go
doesn't
there. Yeah,
matter.
exactly.
Yeah,
you still play top
I
side.
can't stop that play.
And I love that thought
That makes
process
so much sense.
because when you're playing a different champion, you know, let's say you're playing a hyperscaler. Do you have a favorite hyperscaler? Do you play Vlad?
Yeah, Vlad was who I was playing
Okay.
when I first joined the academy.
Yeah, so let's say you're playing Vlad, right? Now, if he goes this way with here, now you do want to go bottom because you want to trade because LeBlanc's going to go up here and dive your Aatrox, and you're going to trade sides and go bottom. But if he goes this way, then we'll still go top. So the thought process is different based on what your champion wants to do. So I like how you thought about that.
And that's like you said. That's why all at the beginning of all of this with the champion switching is why I've created so much confusion for myself because I've got like decent ideas from like all these different categories, and then when you mix them together, it just turns into a whole bunch of nothing.
Yeah, exactly. So that happened a lot. Another thing I want to talk about that is a pretty common theme is on this bounce wave. You should be working to gain priority again. The wave is going to be kind of here. And you just get free Qs on it. Right? As it lands here, you just Q. You keep the prio, or you keep it more in the middle. You don't let it build so much. Like, waves are momentum based. And when it's here, it's like... Actually, let's be specific
After this
about
thought,
this.
I have a very specific question about this, but I want you to finish your thought first. I apologize.
So right here, her wave is up just a little bit. It's just up a little bit of weight. So you need to like bring some of the weight off of it, or it's going to turn into this train just running into your tower. But you need to take some of the weight off of it. That could just be one Q that hits everything, or you know, a couple of Qs.
Especially if
like
I can
this.
get a comment Q, like that would be the best.
Yeah, exactly. So you need to reduce the weight here. I think a lot of new players don't respect that. Here, the red side wave is way heavier than your wave because you're on the enemy side and your wave can't sustain this. So it's going to build hard. And that's what happens. And you talk to me a lot about on the bounced wave, not knowing what to do. You have to trim it a little bit now because the weight, it's only a little bit heavier right now. But if we go forward to the next wave, now it's fucking massive. It's like you can't step up anymore, right?
Yeah, I didn't do the work.
Yeah, so everything about fixing this happens on this bounce back wave. Qs, you need them either now, but I mean, she's here, so it's like we're not going to do it now. So we're going to wait for it to land. And once it lands, then you get your good Qs.
So, I have something I want to break down with this very specifically that I was thinking about DMing you about, but this is a perfect tee up for this question. If you, it's a little longer though. Is that okay?
That's okay. Yeah.
So this is actually a question I had because I've just been trying to wrap my head around this. Sometimes for me, I can understand this stuff better if I kind of like understand all the alternatives and why I'm not doing them. So, okay, so this is something like, especially with crashing wave 2, where I'm like, oh, on this bounced wave, I can't crash it again. This, I'm not saying that's correct. I'm saying that's like what I think what's happening subconsciously.
And you can't crash this one usually.
Right,
Okay.
yeah.
Yep.
But what you're saying is I should thin it out because I think what's happening in my mind is I'm going, oh, I can't crash this one, so I should just let it come to my tower so it can bounce harder backwards, but that's too much time. And it's not going to be thinned out. Like, I think I'm not casting on it because I'm like, oh, I want it to come all the way to my tower so I can bounce it again. But that takes a million years, right?
I can't get this timer on this wave, so I'm going to give her a timer. Like, what?
Yeah, exactly.
No, you don't have
so
to.
Stupid.
Yeah, you don't have to trade timers with her. And in fact,
So
if you are, you're losing.
I can just thin it now, and then when my next wave arrives, I can crash that one.
Yeah, exactly.
And then because I have the health lead right now, and it's a matchup where I can really stomp her every time she tries to get wave clear because her AoE spell is her dive. I can just posture aggressively and be like, I'm gonna thin your wave, and if you try and thin my wave, you're gonna eat a trade for it.
Yeah.
And just
Say
and then
good
if
luck,
I
bro.
yeah, exactly. And so it's like I can kind of just put her in a lose-lose, right?
Exactly right.
Okay.
And it's
That
not
makes so
about
much more
crashing this one.
sense. So for champions like Yone or Irelia that like really like those super duper swingy waves, is that an example where you might want the wave to come a little harder towards your tower?
Uh,
Or no?
yeah, because they're spiking right now on this wave, and they will kill you if you step up. So it's like you
Yeah,
don't
so they want it
want
to
it
be
to
as
come to
close
you.
as
You
they
just
can.
can't die. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like if they mess up
Oh,
their
I see the
spells,
difference there. Oh, okay.
yeah, they will just kill you if you try to touch the
So,
wave.
so they
Here.
would love to thin it. They just have to trade too much HP to thin it.
Yeah.
Okay, that clarifies so much because I think this is what's been confusing me a lot. Is like this third wave right here.
Yeah. So the way that you gotta view it is you gotta view it like these have like a weight to them. Now I'm gonna ask you a question to kind of talk about the weight stuff. How many minions would you need on this blue wave extra for the wave
Uh,
to be balanced at this point?
Quite a few because it's also on his side.
Exactly right. Or there's a number for freezing.
Uh oh, like if wait to be exactly balanced. Oh, I see what you're saying. Um, I mean, I don't know how to split it into the exact minion types. I would probably say at that point though,
How
like
many extra
three at
casters?
least. Casters, I would probably want three.
Yep, exactly right. If there's 2 to 3, the wave will be here pretty balanced for a long ass time. Exactly right. And that's you'll develop a feeling for that over time, but when you realize that you're missing 3 minions, you're like, holy shit, this wave is actually pretty big, right? Relative to yours.
Right, and to be honest, I'm not trying to push back here, but it's not even that I don't understand that. It's just that I was doing the total wrong thing with that information. I
Yeah.
was like, oh, I shouldn't thin it, even though I know it's going to be massive. But then, like you
Yeah.
said, it gets way out of
That's
control
absurd.
because, yeah, makes so much sense.
Um,
Because like I knew it was going to be big, but I was like, this is what I want,
yeah, and I
which
view
is
this as like a
stupid.
train. So now you have taken
Yeah, it's
complete.
freaking huge.
You've given the game to LeBlanc, and you're like, here you go. I hope you don't win.
Well, and especially when I'm acknowledging that my bot is pushed up, it's like I can't let her have these free timers to go down there because like I need to keep her here because they're succeeding at just poking and shoving them under the tower. So I don't not only want to be with Talon, but I also really
Yeah.
don't want LeBlanc to be down
So
there.
that's another point. If your whole team is pushed up, you want to be pushed up too. That's just a
Mhm.
small little tempo thing. It just adds opportunity cost for wherever Yi shows up, right? So if Yi does show up top, their bot's getting dove now,
That makes so
and
much
LeBlanc
sense.
can't do anything about it. Yeah. Or if you get ganked by Yi, it's like great. Both of your side lanes are good to go.
Yeah,
And then
exactly.
keep
And that is one thing on Lissandra. I'm like so comfortable getting ganked. I really don't care.
Yeah, and that's a good spot to be in
She's
because if you can like being ganked and then just perma shove,
yeah.
it's easy to win in this elo.
Yeah, I'm
Or
not
s-
even afraid
yeah.
to shove. I just keep thinking I shouldn't, and I need like I
Yeah,
just,
so that's really
I just
weird.
need to do it more.
It's if you ever don't have a very clear reason on why you're not shoving, you should be shoving. I mean, that's why we talk about shoving roam so much. Once you start to hit like gold 1, platinum 4, you start to realize if you blindly shove all the time, you get killed for it for no reason. And then sometimes you realize that you could be edging out 1 or 2 or 3 more CS on a certain wave, but they're like very minor things. So if you're not worried about dying to ganks ever, and you're not worried about winning games by 5 or 10 CS at the end of 15 minutes, you should shove every wave. Like,
Yeah.
there's just not another option. Like, you just should shove and roam.
Well, and it's like one of those things like I feel like that happens a lot in League where like there's a thing that's like an option sometimes, but you should be tending towards something else. If it's like same thing if all my side lanes are shoved in and my jungler is recalling and like nothing's happening on the map, then it's like okay, well if all of these boxes are ticked, then maybe it's okay to be on my side of the lane.
Yeah, so
But
if you
that should
shove
not
there,
be my default.
well, and that's the example, right? You will die if you shove there.
Yeah,
generally speaking.
'cause
However,
they
if you're
have-
playing in
yeah.
this elo and you don't die, then you might as well, right? So
Right, yeah.
that's the whole point of like shove. It's way better to shove than to not to shove if you're ever in question.
Makes so much sense. Yeah, playing Vlad I think really did a lot of damage to me because I just always had freeze, freeze, freeze. Like I always
Yeah.
want to freeze. I just want to freeze, and I think that that's really affected me a lot.
Yeah, I've seen that happen to a lot of players. I had this one Yasuo player that it murdered him because he would just always freeze and try to all in because it's an all in champion. But he never knew how to not freeze. And he was convinced all of his teammates were bad. But really, he was just giving them the short end of the stick every game.
Makes so much sense. I love that. Yeah, and this is hopefully not in a cocky way, but hopefully you see kind of what I've been talking about in reviews. Like, I feel like a lot of the I mean, I'm not perfect, but I feel like a lot of the skirmishes I like am in the right spots, and like I'm pretty patient with my abilities.
Yeah, you are very patient with your spells. Yep. A lot
but
of
it's just getting the opportunities is a bigger deal.
Yes, and for getting the opportunities, I want you to focus on the right information. And I know that's doesn't mean anything by itself. This game means looking at your jungle. But if there's a game where you felt like there was an opportunity, it means you were thinking about the wrong things. You were thinking about the wrong lane. You were thinking about the wrong thing. There's some sort of information on your screen that is pointing you to a play. And that's what you got to really, really focus on here. And like here, there's kind of two options on what can happen. So no matter what, you're going to come back and shove this wave. But whether you go bottom or whether you go top, like there's two very real possibilities that either happen. What do you focus on? What dictates that? Yeah.
Could you say the options again? I apologize.
So I can see in this game, Talon either going bottom or going top, and that's going to change where you go. I guess I just gave you the answer by saying Talon, but you're going to think about what Talon's doing. So whether he prioritizes Dragon or whether he prioritizes top. Now in this game, you would have said something like, I think getting Dragon is good here. It's like, no, it doesn't fucking matter what's good or what's bad. What matters is where your team's going. Or you said like, I think strong siding Aatrox is good here. It's like, I don't give a fuck. It doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter at all what side's getting strong sided. What does matter is where Talon's at. So it's like, I don't care if you like it or not. Like, you're going top. I mean, you're going to like it.
Well, and it's just like, like Lissandra just loves man advantages. It's like, even though the Talon was doing trash, like every time I was with him, we just killed people because it doesn't matter how bad he's doing. Like, he was so weak, but it doesn't, like, literally it's just if there's me and Aatrox and Talon, like, we're just gonna kill them unless it's a 4v3. Like
Yeah, that's exactly right. So it's the same and so those were the kind of things I was surprised about to hear. Like, we were talking about like how good strong siding Aatrox is. I'm like, what? Like, it's just silly. Like, what?
I think this was helpful. It illuminates a lot of what we've been talking about in the sessions and in DMs.
Yeah. So, okay. So let me write some things down here. So the first thing we talked about was dealing with like that third wave and understanding. Actually, I'm gonna say it's always better to shove. And what I mean by that is like on bounce backs, have to trim so we can crash the next. Like,
can't let that wave get too big.
Yeah, exactly.
I need to always have the trigger ready. Like, I need to be ready to shove anytime I need to be ready to shove at the drop of the hat.
Yeah. And this is actually something we talk about when freezing too. If you're going to freeze, you have to be able to hold the weight of the wave and the enemy champion. And you're playing Lissandra, like, you can't really until you have a massive item lead.
Yeah. I'm really, really good at trimming the wave. I'm really bad at nuking it early game.
So yeah, well, you can think about it like trimming. That helps attack the weight. Like, every Q, you can visualize as like trimming the weight down a little bit. And you got to make that wave a lot skinnier. Yeah,
because Lissandra's really good at always hitting all of the minions, but you got to do it a couple times and put in the work on the wave.
Right. When in doubt, keep prio. Okay. Second thing we talked about.
That was a big one.
Yes. Second thing we talked about was keeping roams shorter. If we sit out of vision and decide the look isn't great, and if we're making a roam, it better look great. You know, like 60-70% chance of a free kill. And just turn around. There's no shame in turning around. It's my favorite thing. More roams, short roams. Like, I want you to go look more often, but I want you to commit to less. And then when you do commit, just commit with 2 M's.
Get it and get out. It's 2 M's, yeah, you got it.
Okay. Yeah, so get the play and leave immediately, as soon as you can. And the last thing we talked about was focusing on the right info. This game,
Awesome.
it happened to be wherever town was at. Sometimes we got distracted by side lanes that were irrelevant at the moment. And yeah, when you're playing Lissandra, it's mostly your jungle. But when you're playing other champions, it's different. And this is the complexity. Was it you who was asking about the complexity of control mages?
Yes,
This
yeah,
is
I was.
Where the complexity
That's why
of
they're
control mages
hard.
come in.
Yeah.
The right info for them is different every game.
Yeah.
It's
for me,
so
that's,
confusing.
That's why I'm just trying to really settle in, because I'm like, I need to keep things like have clarity.
Yeah. So if you're playing Lissandra, 90% of your games could be on where your jungle is at. Some games, if you're in a counter pick matchup, like you got countered and your jungle is losing, like you have a scaling jungle, then it will be on like where your jungle's not. You know what I mean? Your jungle's going top. What can we do bottom? That'll happen sometimes. But that's
Again, though, it's not the default. The idea is what's the default, and then if you know what the default is, then you know what situations.
And then when it doesn't work, you can fill in the
Yeah,
gaps.
exactly.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. Coach Dawn notes.
Because yeah, I'm just even thinking about the game again, and like you said, like I looked at bot so much, and like I'm thinking back on the game, like I don't think almost any decision I made the whole game really had anything to do with them.
Yeah.
Except for the
and we
one
dove
time.
bottom, and it was like it's because Talon was there.
Yeah.
It's like, so even the plays that were happening bot lane, if we didn't care at all about the bot lane.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay. Awesome, Josie. Very good stuff. It was very enlightening for me to watch you play a game live and hear you, so that was awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, it was fun. I have another question really quick.
What's up?
With stuff like you know, the couple comments I made about like, oh, I should have held my ult, and you're saying it doesn't really matter that much. Would those be examples of situations where it's like I kind of need to decide, like kind of like that idea of like what my contract is for the game that BBC talks about, or like I need to know like, okay, if I'm gonna try and make this dive without doing ult, I need to understand that I might just throw the game here, but I'm doing it to try and push the champ mastery a little further, because like I feel like there's a world where getting that freaking, it wasn't an Aatrox, he was on my team. Who's the enemy top laner?
The Yone.
Yeah, like I was like, I feel like there was a world where I could definitely dive the Yone and live without spending ult, but it was like the less safe option. So would that be an example of, it's like I could try for that and quote unquote limit test as long as I know what I'm getting into?
Yeah, exactly. Yep, and those small mechanical things, as you said, that's actually your strength. Believe it or not, like the way you play the fights is your strength. And how you use your cooldowns and when you use your cooldowns. So people who tend to focus on that have to spend more energy focusing on the other thing. So
yeah, that's why I'm just trying to simplify it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like, and I was like, I'm just gonna do the ult. Like, I don't need to complicate this decision. Just make sure it goes the way I want it to.
Yeah, and I love that. That is great. And then someday, maybe you think your decision making is great, but you just don't have the tools to use. Then we can work on the micro and stuff. But that's for,
yeah, that's probably a long way away. Though.
Yeah, because the way you fight is very good. And that's a constant struggle. Like the things that you tend to find intuitive, your brain will tend to think about more, which is ironic because they're the things you don't need to spend as much energy on.
Yeah.
So
and
that whole
lean
game,
more into them.
Yeah, that whole game, you were like, oh, I should have done this, I should have done this. It's like, it's good to notice.
Yeah,
that.
You're right.
It's good to notice it, but the like more energies we focus on like the weight of the waves and pushing more stuff that we're not thinking about, or stuff that's not as intuitive to us. So it's harder to think about. But.
That's awesome.
Okay, I think that's all I got. Any more questions?
No, dude, that was awesome. I appreciate it. And is Twiz still in the chat?
Twiz, I doubt it. Twiz, are you here?
Dang. He gifted the session, bro. He'd be happy to know how much value we got out of it.
Yeah, it was a bit of a banger. You could ping him and tell him thank you. That'll be good.
Yeah, man.
He's in the academy.
Love it.
Thank you, Josie. Have a beautiful weekend. Thanks for coming out. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, bro. Peace out.
See you later.
Bye, chat.
Peace.